Yeah, please go ahead, Suraj. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So, hi, everyone. So, this is Saros. Am I audible to everyone? Or
Yes, you are.
yes. So, today's agenda of this meeting is like we need to follow why we want to follow all these stuffs about branching, git branching. So, so what motive is to that we should have a proper step-by-step procedures that we should follow in making branches and git merges and all those things. So that in later point of time, whenever we do the merge and also we didn't find any merge like complicated merge conflicts and all, so that that will save a lot of time for our developers and team leads, and we will be able to ship the softwares very fast. So this is our main agenda. So so uh, why the first questions comes like why we need to follow the best practices. So as I already told you, like we need to have a speed and agility in releasing the softwares. So this is our main motive to we need to follow the best practices. Now the next questions comes, what is branching strategy? So what is branching? As many of you might be knowing, like we need to create branches in order to have multiple teams parallelly working on different requirements like features and all those things. So nowadays it's like uh, we need to work on a lot of features and we need to deliver them very fast to the clients and all. So we need a team to have working on a so many teams to be working on so many features. So there might be chances like uh, if we use the same code base, there might be chances of conflicts. So what we do is like we follow a different uh, we have different branches to be working on the work by the different teams. So one basic concept is like uh, a development team should consist of a people which can be fed by ordering one pizza. So like at least we can have 4 or 6 people team should work on the one features or one thing like that. So that's why we follow the branching strategy. So why you need a branching strategy? So this questions comes next. So as you already see, like we need to enhance our productivity, we need to work parallelly on the different features and all those things. We need to help uh, organize and organize and plan releases, clear roadmap for software development, and most of all, is like the most priority one is like we should be able to deliver a bug-free code uh, uh, to the client or something. Uh, so that's why we need to follow branching strategy. So any questions till now? Okay. Okay, so now here comes the questions like what we do in Ulka to have a clear cut branching strategy and clear cut things to follow so that it's we do not come into like precarious situation where we have large mass conflict and code base went for the toss. So what we do is like in Ulka we follow certain standard procedures to help us deliver a bug-free code. So as you can see, in Ulka, we have basically two branches. One is master and dev. So whenever we need to develop any features, what we do is like we take out a feature branch from the dev. So that feature branch, suppose what we do is like we follow. So for any features tracking and all, we follow Jira. So we take the Jira ticket and we create a feature branch based on the Jira ticket name. So Suppose our ticket is eval 112, so we will create a feature branch with eval 1112 from the development branch. Next, what we will do is like we will work on that feature branch. We will work on that feature branch, and then once the code is pushed, developer will raise the PR for the develop branch. So once this PR is raised, there will be one point of contact who will on this developer branch, and they will uh, review the PR, and it will merge it to uh, dev branch, and that they will be deployed in the develop that will be deployed in the dev environment. So basically what we do is like that feature branch has to be tested before it is being merged to the develop branch. So there is will be two round of testing. One will be we will deploy the feature branch in the dev environment, and developers will test it out. And then once they test it completely and they are like a sure sort, like it will not have any impact on the other features and all, then they can merge it to dev, and then the complete dev branch will be deployed again on the development environment, and this will be tested again. So here we have a QA will be playing a very big role in testing this complete thing. So as you can say, it's more like integration testing. So once that PR is raised to dev and it's merged to dev branch, then uh, then uh, then then the developers will have to raise a PR for the master, and then a PR for the master will be reviewed by our different team leads or architect, and then they will be tagged and released to the master. And once that is released in the production, we will have one sanitation test on the production, and then we will close that ticket, and then feature branch will be deleted by the respected developers, and the Jira will be marked as a closed one. So do we have any questions till now? Okay, so
Yeah, so I have a question. Hi,
yes.
Tarun. So yeah, I have a question. So Jira ticket will be marked as done once the feature is tested on dev branch. Is it?
Yeah, so once feature is tested on the dev branch, we have to raise a PR for the master. So in the beginning, what I told is like we will be maintaining two long-lived branches. One will be master, and the second will be the dev. So these two. So there is one image I will show you. So let's go through this. So this is the master branch. So from here we will have the development branch, and from the development we will be raising different features branches. So let's suppose take example of team A is working on feature uh, F1, and team B is working on the feature F2. So they can parallelly work on these two branches, and then they can merge it back to uh, development. So feature branch, before merging it back to development, it has to be deployed somewhere, and then feature has to be tested. So this testing will be done by developer itself. So it's more like developer testing. So if they found any bug in their code and all, they can uh, fix that one, and then they can deploy that one in the development branch. No, they can deploy that one in their respective environment, and then once they are sure sort like it can go with the development, they can merge back to development. So here once it is merged back to development, here that QA will come into picture, and they will start testing the complete thing. So that this particular feature does not break other features. So it's more like a integration testing, you can say. So once the QA tests this one, and then they can give the sign off. So what we will do is like developers will do is like they will raise a peer for the master. So this is nothing but a peer for the master that we will the team lead or architect will take it up, and then they will tag it, and then they will release the features to the master. So you can see the tagging 1.0.
Okay, so there are three levels of testing, right? So one is on a local environment by the developer itself,
Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
two phases of testing by QA.
Yeah, so when you will test your feature in your local environment, then you will merge back to development, and that will go into the development environment. And here the QA will test, and once the QA has done testing, they will give the sign off for the feature to go in the master, and then the master, it will be merged to the master, tagged and released. So once it is released in the production environment, there will be one sanity test of the complete features that will be given done by the QA. So once that is done, then we can close our ticket, mark close, and then we can delete the feature branches.
Okay. So this Jira task, like the Jira ticket, will only be marked done after the feature is merged to dev branch.
No, the Jira ticket will be marked completed or done only when the feature is released to the production master.
Okay.
So, Shoonya, so the production release always happens from the master branch. So as we regularly discuss, right? So once it's deployed to production, so the respective member who's testing it, so he will move that the Jira task to done.
Okay.
So you can see like this develop and master, they are most of the time in sync. So so yeah, we maintain them is like most of the times whatever we have in the master, we have in the development, and these are the long lived branches. There are other strategy as well, but this is the time tested and the simple to follow. That's why we follow this strategy.
Yeah. Okay. So all these intermediate stages, so they will be mentioned inside this the Jira comments itself, right?
Yes. So you can see, I will show you one example. So see this example. So this is one branch, eval 1127. So it says like whatever we are doing. So transliteration, data set backend changes. So from the branch itself, we will get to know like what the features or you are working on that. And then once you can see the histories, like what are the contribution and all those things.
Yeah. Okay. Understood. Thanks.
Any questions?
I have a question. Who will merge it to the development branch? It will be the developer or the one who is heading the project?
Yeah, developers will be raising the peer. So there will be one owner of this. This can be any developer, or this can be a team lead or a team architect. So they will review the peer, and they can merge. So whenever you raise a peer, you have to make one or two people as a reviewer, or one will be your peer, and then once he reviews it, the owner can merge it.
Okay,
So let's take example. Let's take example of this. So you can see here, right? Reviewers, right? So once you can select your reviewers, right now I'm selecting Arvind. So Arvind will be able to review my code, and I can create a pull request from there. So right now this is my feature branch. I'm really creating a pull PR for develop branch, and I am assigning Arvind as a reviewer, and he can once I create a pull request, he can directly review it and the merge. Am I clear? Or
yeah, you are. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, sir.
any more questions? So
Sorry, Saroj, I just stepped out to make a call. So did you cover the naming conventions for the feature branches?
yes. So naming conventions, I have covered it. So
Okay.
it's like, yeah. So we will follow whatever feature is there. So whenever we take example of, let's take this example. So 1124. So whenever we create one branch, what we can do is like, so whenever we create a branch, we will create it from develop, and name will be the Jira ticket name. So this is our Jira ticket name, and we will create a branch with this name, UL 1124, and we will create it from the development. So we will always follow this naming convention for the branch, so that once we create a branch with the Jira ticket, anyone can see. Let's take example of this. Anyone can go here and then see what the feature was all about in the Jira itself. Yeah, so this is this is just some sample ticket. Any more questions? Okay, so I think I have covered all of the things. So if there is any doubt, you can contact me as well as Arvind on this. Meanwhile, I will share this slide to all of you guys.
Cool, Saraj. Yeah. So, guys, so he's already there in that A4 Bharat Slack channel. So feel free to directly contact him, or if you have any questions, just post it in the group itself, and he's like one of us
Yes.
to respond.
Yeah.
Any other question, guys?
Yeah, so if it's possible, could you like just quickly run us through the Jira platform itself? I mean, I've personally never used it, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Saroj. So maybe like yeah, so feel free to drop off if anything. Maybe like I'll just
Okay.
give them a quick overview of the Jira.
Okay, Arvind.
Yeah,
Thank you.
cool. Yeah, sorry for the hiccups and recording, guys.